The person that I saw yesterday, he's not that he's not, but it's not my brother that I know. It's not my brother that I know. They just the physical appearance alone. So he's a very soft person, but he's angry. He's very angry, and at the same time, he's terrified. Two little things. I was just watching him this morning. He was talking on the phone, but his body was so stiff. He was looking down, his body was so stiff. I even said to my cousin Odeli, kuzomele sithole i-counseling extensive for lo muntu lo.
Whether if people that committed this criminal activity are South Africans or foreigners, we can confirm it's a combination of the two. The South Africans were South African, and there are also foreigners, two of them of Ethiopian origin, and that is very important. Two, whether it's related to the sponsor shop or is just a criminal activity, that remains a gray area. And the areas that the police are working on is to follow the leads on those two aspects.
Crime intelligence as a key stakeholder, community policing forum, and of course communication. We also had to try and use a technology as there was no cell phone in his possession. We could not use that technology in terms of trace and locating the family man. We could not use that locating or trying to assist us in terms of following up in terms of the technology.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Controversial Podcast. In today's episode, I just want us to talk about the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters. What a vile person. Julius Malema is just vile. Like, that man is heartless. I don't know whether I should say he's heartless or he's just doing these things deliberately, and he knows that he's not going to be the leader of South Africa. That is why he's just busy pissing off South Africans. It is such a painful thing to watch because Julius Malema is also a parent. He has 3 boys. It's really, really painful what he tweeted about Mazigu Bega. Remember, Mazigu Bega was missing for the whole month, and the March and March, Gizu Mchunu, Ophakelo Mthakathi, they were busy protesting against illegal foreigners. They even went to Vosloorus. Xolani Khumalo from Action SA was also there. And everybody was just like angry. Everybody was like, it's enough now. We are sick and tired of these illegal foreigners, especially Somalians. Somalians are dangerous. Not only Somalians, I'm also including the Nigeria, your Zimbabwe people who are so entitled in this country, but they cannot speak shit about their own countries. But when they come here in South Africa, they know exactly that this country is a lawless country. They can do whatever they want to do. They can unalive people. They can do human trafficking. They can just provide powder and everything will be fine. I'm talking about powder dealers from Mexico and all the way from Brazil. They think like they can do whatever they want to do because they'll bribe the police, they'll bribe the politicians. So this country is just a fertile ground for criminality. They'll do whatever they want to do. They will just unalive South Africans. Let's talk about Somalians because they've also unalived children. And you'll never see the Economic Freedom Fighters Party or their leader, Julius Malema, speaking about those kids who lost their lives because they ate food from those spaza shops, from Somalian spaza shop. So I don't know whether Julius Malema was hoping that Mazigu Bega wouldn't return and they will celebrate, because it's more like they celebrate, especially when they see South Africans suffering in the hands of illegal foreigners. He's very excited about that. He won't do anything. I cannot believe that he retweeted that nonsense, because you've got the deputy president of the EFF, Godrich Gadi, lost his daughter in a very painful way, in a very traumatic way. And it is alleged that she was poo-pooed by an illegal foreigner from Swatini. So it's just allegations. There were those allegations that some other people who unalived her daughter are from Swatini. She went missing, I think, for a month. Later, they discovered her lifeless body, but they released the child she was with. So they only wanted Hillary. So they raped her and unalived her. Somebody shot her in the head. For him to even think about that nonsense he retweeted, it shows that Julius Malema is not a leader. Well, I've never seen a leader in Julius Malema, by the way. I was really stunned that people are following him and they are seeing a leader. Like, really? This man was dodging tax. There were allegations that they chowed the money in Limpopo and Limpopo province was bankrupt because of him and Castle Mattel at that time. Remember that saga? And there were allegations of Ratanang Trust that he's been getting tenders from government, blah, 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 and all those allegations. You know, after he was expelled in the African National Congress, he opened his own party, Economic Freedom Fighters. And I was like, people are really misled. You all are misled. Here's a person who dodged the tax man. There were allegations of corruption, and you're following this guy. I just don't believe in him, and he's just so disrespectful. He doesn't have respect, and that man doesn't even respect himself. You know, Kenny Kunene, his best friend, I will say his former best friend because they were once close. Kunene has been exposing this guy, talking about powder, his relationship with the taxi boss Msibi, the one who died. And there are so many allegations about Julius Malema. Also allegations that he received money from Nigeria. I think that is why he's behaving like this. Maybe he chowed the wrong money. Somebody stated so on the X app that he chowed the wrong money this time around. And you can see that he's frustrated. So after it was revealed that Kubeka has been found, and I don't like the SABC journalists. No, SABC journalists are hypocrites. So they said this guy presented himself at the police station. How do you present yourself at the police station? It's as if now Mazikubega was a wanted person. He's just a criminal. And now he just went there. And Premier Panyaza Lesufi stated that yes, they have found Mazwi and he was not in a good condition. He was just shaking and apparently he was very dirty. It could be possible that he was given the powder. We don't know at this point. And they have confirmed that yes, he was kidnapped. People who are involved in his kidnapping, some of them are Somalians and South Africans, vile South Africans. Even though they didn't state the number, but we know that it's Somalians, so it has to do with this puzzle shop because it was alleged that Mazikubega refused to sell his puzzle shop to the illegal foreigners. So he was abducted because of that. So now people were striking, people were talking about Mazikubega online, and they have realized they have captured the wrong man. They cannot kill this man. You know, police also stated that Mazikubega was tortured. Mazi had a very bad experience. I mean, he had the worst experience just because he wanted to open a spaza shop. So be careful of these illegal aliens. They just want to eliminate South Africans. They are coming for SASSA grants. They are coming for spaza shops. It's like they're deliberately eliminating Black South Africans in this country. We have criminals, yet you'll hear people calling South Africans xenophobic, just like this useless president of the EFF. And you know, we should be very careful about this because there are people who died in the hands of the Somalians because they were stubborn and opened their own spaza shops. They shouldn't be threatened because South Africa is our own country. How can you be threatened in your own country? If you want to open your own business, now you are threatened by illegal aliens who came here in South Africa illegally. And nah, man, this is wrong. People should boycott these shops if they are stubborn and they are saying, no, we don't want to close our shops. And those stupid people who keep on going, supporting these people, should just be stopped. Why are you still buying things from these shops? Why are you still supporting Bangladeshis, Somalians? Why are you still buying from these people? Why are you giving them spaces to rent? Why are you doing that? So now let's get back to Julius Malema. So Julius Malema reposted a post from this person and that person is an EFF supporter, and said, arrest Mazwi Kubheka for faking his kidnapping and charge him for perjury, fraud, as well as wasteful expenditure of state resources. So Malema just heard that Kubheka was found and this person treated this nonsense. He couldn't even wait for police to speak out and give us an update about this case. But no, he was ready to retreat this nonsense. To EFF members, you don't have a leader, shame. And I could see Sinao Tambo, who's now busy trying to do the damage control. He's now trying to do the damage control and treating nonsense. You once said your baby mama was kidnapped and you were crying on social media, and you are treating stupid things. These people are not independent, are not liberated. Everything Malema says, they believe in it, they don't question it. Even if he's talking nonsense, he was busy there insulting Gizwe Mchunu, saying Gizwe Mchunu and Phakela Mthakathi and the members of March and March, just because they were protesting against illegal immigrants. He was so angry and said, those people don't have skills, all they know is Mpesu and Intelezi. The interesting part is that he was also drinking Mpesu, thinking that Olivia was just gonna fall asleep in that cot. Olivia was like, no, you're not gonna do that nonsense to me. I'm sending you straight to jail. I'm not gonna do that. It's just a pity that that bodyguard, Adrian Snyman, is not on the dock. Was not charged. By the way, he was released and he wants 20 million rand from the States. That man was supposed to be in jail just like Julius Malema. Was supposed to get 5 years just like Julius Malema in prison. But hey, what can you say? We do have useless magistrates and useless state prosecutors, by the way. I don't understand Caesar, because he did very well in terms of prosecuting Julius Malema. Why he didn't want to prosecute that white guy? Is he scared of white people? He must just tell us that. By the way, I'm not going to talk about Malema's case. I'm just disappointed in him. Sinao Tambo should just shut the F up. And people are so angry and they want Malema's kids to be kidnapped and be unalived. That's a wrong way, guys. I think it's a shame that people are so angry and want Julius Malema's kids to suffer just because his father is involved in so many shenanigans in this country and doesn't like South Africans. It is such a shame that he would think that Kubheka faked his kidnapping. So this guy was just trying to do a damage control and he tweeted, I'm just going to read his tweet. Just tell me, what are you thinking about this guy? He wrote, it is strange that there are people who are offended by the doubts and questions regarding Mazwi Kubheka's disappearance. This is the norm created on these platforms when it comes to the disappearance of young girls. When young girls are presumed missing and it is publicized on social media platforms, the first instinct is always to create doubt, presume that they are with a man and engaged in sexual activities. No one cares to wonder that perhaps these young girls are in abusive relationships, that they are being kept by their so-called boyfriends through manipulation or abuse. When these young girls return 2 or 3 days later, everyone demands an update because we have invested energy in their story. And then you shame these young girls without knowing the context of their disappearance. Check yourselves, like really. When your baby mama was about to be adopted, you were so angry and people were like sympathizing with you. And this is the nonsense that you can tell South Africans. No, people should wake up. The economic freedom fighters is not for you. I don't care. They'll come here on the comment section, tweet nonsense, and it's okay. And let us be respectful on the comment section, okay? Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye. See you on the next episode.